Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's live stream all about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard Defecation Defamation trial. We are on day, 13? I think it's day 13 of Depp-a-thon, my husband says. We are dressing the part. We are looking the part. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Joleen Lunzer. I am a stand-up comedian, and I find the funny in television, pop culture, court cases, all kinds of things in life. So even though we're dealing with what can be a very triggering, gross, yucky, yuck, blah, blah, that's the technical term for it, case, we will still find the funny. We will lighten this shit up. We will have some fun. This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on Elaine's crazy courtroom disco stick. Okay, so nothing we say here is meant to hurt or be personal. We're having fun. We're having a good time. We don't want to disparage people, but we also want to point out the ridiculousness. So sit back, relax, get your lip gloss ready, get your water, get yourself a caffeinated beverage if your heart can handle it. And before we start, smash that like. I have a like goal. I'm going to set it 400 likes. I think we can do this, you guys. I think we can. If you want to support the channel, I have great ways to do so here. You can hit my Patreon up, hit me up on Venmo, send a Cash App, follow me on social media, or just like the video, whatever. We're moving on. Okay, welcome. Objection, defamation, but also defecation. Objection, compound, sustained, overruled. Keep going. Shall I keep going? I'm a medical professional. I'm forensics this, I'm forensics that. All right, we got to get caught up on everything that's happening in this case. And it is crazy. It's a crazy, crazy cuckoo bananas case that we have, Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp. Let me pull up all the players. I did not get to go live yesterday, but I did post a video of myself being Amber Heard, and I am writing. And so every day I'm going to be posting a new short. I'm going to try every day. I say every day, but of Amber Heard and what she's writing. And every day we'll have something new. So it'll be a fun little surprise for you guys to pull up. So hopefully you like that. 400 likes. Let's go. Shout out to my mods. Thank you. Objection, overruled, sustained, also compound. That was a lot. All right, let's get going. Johnny Depp trial day 14, Joleen. Get your life right. It is day 14 of the Johnny Depp trial, which is insane. So now today we finished up Johnny Depp's side, because this first part of the case is Johnny Depp suing Amber Heard for $50 million for defecation and defamation. All right. And now she has a countersuit for $100 million for lying, embarrassment, more defecation, defamation. And then we're now going officially after today in her side of it. Okay. These are very technical court terms that only comedians understand. All right. So if you're confused, just know so am I. We might not always have the facts, but we do always have the funny. All right. Let me see what's going on here. Yesterday we missed out on some characters though. Okay. I want to bring up the one guy who testified yesterday. All right. So that was day 13 and Amber Johnny trial. And that he was a real humdinger, this guy. Okay. I'm going to pull up Newsweek. Usually has just such a comprehensive list of all of the witnesses. Here comes producer Tilly. Hello. I object. Judge Tilly is here. My cat. Everything I pull up now is all about mental health when I pull up the Johnny Depp thing. All right. What the heck was his name? Let's see. Hype Man Husband Shell. Can I get some assistance? Do I have a Megan? Molly? What's her name? Can you pull up a list and send it to me of who the witnesses were yesterday and today for the Johnny Depp case? I will squeeze your butt cheeks, but not in a sexual harassment way. I object. Compounded. Kung Pao chicken. I object. My husband. All right. Why is there no court next week? You know what, Paula? That is a great question. I love you too. And that's a great question to ask someone a lot smarter than me. Emily D. Baker, legal bites. But you know what? Let me Google it real quick. Chill, do you mind pulling me up a witness list, husband? Oh, producer Tilly. I object. Compound. First witness, Tilly. Okay, let's act this out real quick, okay? Tilly, we're going to jump ahead to today. And your name is Dr. Hughes, but I'm going to call you Dr. Curry. And my name is Elaine. All right. Hello, Elaine or Dr. Curry. I mean, Dr. Hughes. I'm so sorry. What do you know about this case, being that you're a forensic psychologist? Well, I know that Johnny Depp is wrong and Amber Heard is right. And I met with her briefly, and just looking at the case, it's like she was madly in love with him. And I'm selling a romance novel coming out. So if you guys want to buy it, that'd be totally awesome. But also, it's no good. All right. Well, that is a very professional testimony. Thank you, Dr. Curry. Dr. Hughes. Oh my God. Do you know how hard it is being Elaine? It is very hard being Elaine. Yes, Mew. She's leaving. She's gone. We'll talk more about that later. Chell's going to pull me up the documents I need. He's also ordering us Chipotle. Get yourself a husband. Let me tell you. Okay, working ladies.
The list was real.
That was a real list. I really did mean it, because I thought I had one, but I was too busy making videos today to do that. Okay, so I'm going to answer the super chat. So thank you for the first super chat of the live. I feel special. Why is there no court for Johnny Depp next week? Could it be maybe it's a Hollywood holiday? You know, all the 1%ers get a day off because they work so hard. All right. Why is there no court? Maybe are they taking a break? Maybe they need a break. I need a break. I mean, actually, I could keep going, but I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. There's no court Fridays. I do know that, but there's no court. Newsweek usually has a good list of like who was on the trial for day 13 and day 14. And why is my Wi-Fi acting up? I object to Spectrum. I object to you. Probably because I have 9 million windows open. That could definitely, no, I don't want to leave this site, do I? No, I don't want to leave this site, because then I would be leaving StreamYard. All right, we're back. We're back. We're cooking with gas. I'm going to pull up some pictures here, some screen grabs that I have. You know, this is if you guys loved Nancy Grace, you'll hate me. Okay. This is going to be good. All right. Today and yesterday were very interesting. The first guy, Chell will get his name. He's worked in Hollywood for 1 million years. Okay. My husband's looking at me like, I don't even watch this shit. I watch hockey. Why do you have me doing this? All right. List of witnesses for Johnny Depp trial day 13. We'll pull up that one first, because I got to get that guy's name. And you guys feel free to put it in the chat if you'd like to. Okay. Let me pull this up. Well, New York Post, they're obviously a real rag of a mag. They know what's going down. All right. So they had Dr. Dawn Hughes was today, a forensic psychologist, and we'll talk about her in a little bit. She mentioned James Franco, which was very interesting. And then today was emotional. Yesterday was a little more fun. But tomorrow, the cross-examination that's going to happen to Dr. Hughes, a.k.a. not Dr. Curry, that's what we're going to call her, not Dr. Curry, will be very fun to see Johnny Depp's team cross-examinate. I think that's what you say. Her, because she was, according to Emily D. Baker, who I love and watch, this was a whole shit show, a whole circus. And this lady, and you could tell by the way she was answering questions, that there was a lot of things that were sliding that shouldn't have gotten through. Okay. You guys are real gems. I know I cannot look away from this trial as well. Hey, Busy Blue, shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you in all your travels. I am very busy being a comedian lawyer. So hit me up if I have time. I do. I always have time for you, but I'm just so busy. My assistant, I might have to fire him. He hasn't found any of the any of the names I need. Okay. Here we go. I'm too busy making funny. So to find a little bit of facts was very, very difficult. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Boo, boo, boo. This is all. Okay. Johnny Depp. No, I don't want the free live stream, bro. I want the facts, or at least some of the facts. Okay. All right. No. All right. Depp versus Heard, day 13. All right. Let's see what this is. This is from 7 hours ago. So this could be good and it could not be good. All right. But you guys know who I'm talking about. We're talking about the older gentleman who came up there and he was like, here's the deal. Allegedly. Thank you. Me Too started in 2017. Okay. So this guy, I really want to I think I do have a picture of him. I should have probably grabbed a picture of him yesterday, but he was like, I invented Star Wars. When Star Wars wasn't around, it was because I hadn't invented it yet. And then I invented Star Wars and it was amazing. I graduated law school in 1876. In 1776, thought we got rid of those Brits. Turns out we didn't. So I don't read anything British. I don't say queen. You know, when people go, yes, queen, I say, no, that is too English for me. That is the UK coming in, trying to get back in. And we got rid of them already. We said, bye, bye, bye. Like, you know, NSYNC, which was a favorite band of his, he said during his testimony. But he was like, no, I don't want the United Kingdom. I don't want England involved. Thank you. Richard Marx. Richard Marx, not the Richard Marx who's been on Real Housewives of Orange County with his wife, Daisy Fuentes, from the Daisy Fuentes collection at Kohl's. A different Richard Marx. And let's just, now we can Google him. See, I have my what are you guys? Okay, you guys are the Leen Team and you're my fact finders, okay? All right, Leen Team fact finders. I will make it funny. I'll try. And then, oh, see, they pull up Richard Marx and they pull up the pop singer Richard Marx, who says, wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Depp trial. So he looks a little different. This Richard Marx did not have a mullet. He did not have any noticeable singing ability. He actually was very bald, and I will put on my bald filter to play him, and we will have a really good time. Okay, so I found a picture of him. I'm just going to share this right here next to Johnny Depp, and we will have some fun. Okay. It is hard being the Nancy Grace of the non-hateful. It is really difficult. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. There's Richard Marx. Okay, Baldy McBalderson. He was there yesterday. My favorite witness because brought so much. He was like, listen, Me Too. Is it good? Maybe. I don't know. These broads got what they wanted. People finally listened to him, but also took down some of my brothers. Okay, some real good guys. Les Moonves, Bill Cosby. You know, all the greats, all the innocents. OJ, what? No, OJ was before? Okay, OJ was a different story. All right, but took down some real Kevin Spacey. Yeah, he was supposed to be in a movie. I got to put on my Richard Marx. He doesn't have facial hair, so I have to do a different baldy. Let's find which one I'm going to do here. Okay, thank you for your patience as I find my bald. Oh, I thought I had another bald filter, but maybe I was wrong. The only one I have is this one, and this one has facial hair. So this is like if Johnny Depp and Richard Marx had a baby. This is what the baby would look like. I must have got rid of my other bald filter. So we will go with this one. All right. Hey, guys, Richard Marx here. Good to see you. I invented the internet. I also invented Star Wars. Okay. They weren't going to do merch for Star Wars. And I was like, listen up. George Lucas is a goddamn gem. Okay. We're going to do merch. He gets merch. He gets a merch deal. Okay. They weren't going to give it to him. I gave it to him. You're welcome. You're welcome, George Lucas. He's waiting for me in the car. So yeah, we're, good friends. I don't want to brag. I worked on Facts of Life. Me and Tootie were like this. Joe, not so much. I never liked motorcycles. She was very much into motorcycles. I don't know if you guys remember a hit television series, Family Ties. There was a young Ronald Reagan loving Republican named Alex P. Keaton. I think he went on to do something about the future or back to it or something, but I knew him when he was on Family Ties. I discovered him. I discovered Running Water. I love Kevin Spacey, Justice for Kevin Spacey. Let's see. I went into space. When they went into space, those dudes went into space. Armstrong, Neil, something or other. I don't know. He's not an actor, so it's not that important. Didn't make a lot of money for us. Also left us with a lot of controversy and lies. So I don't know how that's going. Let's see. What else did I do? I graduated from the bar, like I said, 1800s. Oh, the bar was much harder than these millennials have it easy. Don't even get me started on Gen Z. I don't want to. Let's see what else. Jurassic Park. I played the main Tyrannosaurus Rex. A lot of people don't know that. They weren't going to do a T-Rex. I said, guys, this is a dinosaur movie. What the fuck? Can I say that, Judge? I'm so sorry. What are we going to do without a dinosaur? Okay. And I am that dinosaur. They didn't have to put makeup on me. I just went right in and I was me. I was old Richard Marx. Okay. Not the singer, but me, the lawyer, Richard Marx. Got into entertainment law. Signed a lot of, copyrights, trademarks, because it was more money, I got into law, not to help people. I got into law to make money, which I think every lawyer should. Excuse me, I'm feeling parched and I'm very rich. Excuse me, what was the question? Is Johnny Depp kicked off of Pirates of the Caribbean? Well, listen, they're not going to, my good friend Les Moonves, okay? What did he do? Make a couple ladies uncomfortable, touch a couple ladies, be inappropriate, never give women a job on late night. Yeah, who cares? You know what I mean? He gave his wife, Julie Chen, a job. She's had a job forever. Yeah, hosting Big Brother. Okay. So anyways, now I forget where I'm at when you start talking shit about my friends. Oh, okay, back to it. I worked very hard to free all the men who were taken down during Me Too. Because hashtag men too. Please put that in the chat. Hashtag men too. Oh, created the George Foreman girl. Thank you, Paula, for reminding me. Broads aren't all bad. She remembered something. See, they say women have smaller walnut brains, but Paula just proved you wrong. So raise up the bar, ladies. George Foreman, he was punching people. And I was like, hey, George, why don't we start punching and start making some chicken? Why don't we start making some lean meats in a grill named after you? Let's see, Laura Flynn Boyle. Haven't seen her in a while. Guess what? She's coming out with a Hellman's thing. She's an influencer because of me. Just signed that deal. You're welcome, America. She's going to be rolling around in some mayonnaise, which I hear middle America likes. I don't know. I used to put it in my luxurious hair. Now I don't need to. No big deal. Let's see. Yep. Starbucks and Star Wars. I discovered Starbucks. I was driving one day and I thought, coffee is difficult. My assistant, another woman, she just, these women, they think they can make coffee, but they can't. Back in my day in 1876, I'd come in the office expecting a hot cup of coffee. Back then you had to make it between your legs where heat activated. We didn't have electricity, and then they would, heat it there, and then it would liquefy as they sat there with their legs closed. It wasn't, that difficult. It wasn't that big of a deal, but those ladies made a big deal about it. Okay. And, but it really wasn't good. It wasn't good. And I was driving around in my horse and buggy and I thought, gosh darn it, Richard Marx, wouldn't it be great since you're making all these deals with Hollywood? I guess other people can too, if they can afford it, go somewhere where I can sit in line with a lot of people and order a coffee where they'll ask for my name and then they'll always spell it wrong and get it wrong. And where we probably won't let them unionize because no. We can put out a tip jar so we don't have to pay them a living wage. That'll be up to the consumer, not me, but the poor people. They can pay them that. And and then you can pay I don't know, what's a good price for a coffee? Let me ask my friend Martha Washington. Martha, what would you pay for coffee? She says 25 cents. She's also a cheap bitch. So I'm going to say $10 a coffee, just something really good. I don't know, Martha, she doesn't see it, but I see it in the stars. Wait a minute. I see it in the stars and I want to make money. Starbucks. Boom. Booyakasha. Starbucks is born. All right, Martha Washington, you're not going to be here much longer. Don't worry about it. So I've seen a lot of stuff. So I'm just, I'm not bragging. I'm putting my resume out there so you can know that I am a good witness. I am an expert in these legals that are going on here. I am an expert witness of what I'm talking about. I know Hollywood inside and out. I preferred it back in the day, Sammy Davis Jr. days, you know what I'm talking about, where you could just like smack a broad on the ass and tell her to hurry up. You know what I mean? My coffee's getting cold. But yeah, apparently you can't do that anymore. Nowadays, it's all about rights. And then there's something about suffrage. And I mean, they're still trying for that. What is it? The NRA? No, that's what I'm into. It's the ERA. Yeah, I prefer the NRA. But either way, basically, Me Too has ruined Hollywood. And Johnny Depp is innocent. Didn't Amber Heard abuse people? Wasn't she out there touching people? Wasn't she doing that? Wasn't she like touching golden retrievers or something? No? Okay. Well, I don't know. Look into it. I'm just saying. What magazine was that in? Excuse me? What magazine was that in? Amber Heard's lawyer, Longer Boner? Oh, that was in the Sun? Yeah. That's a great magazine where they got tits on the third page. I know that. I bookmarked. That's the only page I look at in that thing. But no, I don't look at that as respected journalism. So yeah, when Amber Heard wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post, the WAPO, we call it, the WASPs, we call it the WAPO. That's when I knew that Johnny Depp's career was going down and I wasn't going to be able to help him sign any more deals. All right. Right, Johnny? We see each other. Okay. You know, once Hugh Hefner died, this country really went to shit. You know, if you can't go to an elderly man's house, you know, and see boobs flopping near a safari pool, I don't want to live in that America. I'm sorry. That's off topic. I'm sorry. That's back to the thing. I'm going to say, as an expert witness, Amber Heard's story in the WAPO definitely put the stink on Johnny Depp. Okay. Cause I don't know if you guys know this, before we used to pay voice actors in hugs. They would come in, they would do a Disney movie, you know, like the voice of Cinderella, we'd hug her for a long time. She was a hottie, nice wreck. And, that was back before ladies, had rights. So it was cool. But, then all of a sudden in the 90s, men started voicing big parts. And I thought, we should get them paid. We should get them paid. So Robin Williams came in and he was the voice of the genie in Aladdin and got him paid. And ever since then, it's just been blowing up. Johnny Depp was supposed to do the 12 Elves of Hanukkah and he didn't get it. And I don't know. I didn't talk to Walt. Walt's been in a cryotechnic tank. What are those tanks? I don't know. He's hanging out with Michael Jackson somewhere. So I haven't talked to him in a couple of years, but I know Walt Disney would have probably hired him, but his staff, they're a little weaker. They're a little weaker. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to take risks. So no, Disney would not have Johnny on Pirates or the 12 Elves of Hanukkah. So I will say that I do think, you know, nobody wants to touch guys anymore once they got the stank on them. Okay. Once they got the lady stank, they got the Me Too stank. Okay. Hashtag men too. Hashtag Richard Marks too. No one wants to touch you. So that's all I'm going to say. Nobody wants to touch you if you got that on you. So yeah, am I done here? Because you guys are doing a really shitty job of crossing me. Yeah, you really are. Okay. Johnny's team, pretty good. Okay. Not, you know, you got some women on there. It's okay. It's okay. Got to try. You got to try, see if you can keep up. Okay. But over there, no, I don't. I do like I do like Amber's attorneys just because they're all men. What? Elaine is a woman? I don't know. I don't. My eyes. I have this weird condition. It's a Hollywood condition where I don't recognize women. I don't even see women over 30. So I'm sorry. I didn't see you there, ma'am. I didn't. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go. Am I gonna be called back? Okay. I'm just gonna sit back there and drink. Can we get some better water? This Dasani, I like Essentia because it has electrolytes and it was invented by a man. All right, cool. All right. Well, have a great time and we will talk to you never. And that was the wonderful Richard Marks, who is a real, just a character of all characters was Richard Marks. He had all the Hollywood insight. He shared all this stuff with us. You could tell he was a little bitter Betty about what's been going on. Not sure I was completely down with what he was talking about with some of the Me Too stuff. Seems like he's a guy that might use the term misandry with no irony. So yeah. But I enjoyed him as a character. So thank you, Richard Marks. If you want to sign a deal for me, however, I am over the age of 30. If you can see me, then we can make something happen. So he was one of my favorites. Then we had ZZ Top. Okay. So ZZ Top was, I believe, another security person for Johnny Depp. So let me pull this back up. Depp trial day 13, beard guy. Okay. ZZ Top, the beard guy. He testified. His testimony was interesting because we have an actual person saying that they saw Amber Heard hit Johnny Depp. And I think she hit him. Well, she crossed over allegedly. This is all allegedly, according to the court case. Okay. She crossed over ZZ Top, old Beardy, and tried to punch him or punch Johnny Depp, and then maybe threw a Red Bull at him. I'm telling you guys, I am gonna put this out there. Lawyer, comedian Joleen Lunzer, it's Adderall. If you are on Adderall and you don't need Adderall, or Adderall isn't the right drug for you, it makes you violent. And if you already are kind of off balanced, it's gonna make you more violent. And Hollywood is full of Adderall, okay? And these people don't need Adderall. But a lot of them are like, oh, hey, I want to, maintain a thigh gap. So can I get some Addies? Or I want to stay up all night to do more cocaine, which, yes, priorities. I get it. Who doesn't want to stay up all night to do more cocaine? But it's just not for everybody. And it can make you very violent. And I think we have now seen that there's lots of pills, there's lots of GHBs, and there's lots of MDMAs, and there's no MBAs though. There's none of those, but there's, all this stuff, the peyote, the mescaline, but not a PhD to be found. So maybe we should cut some of that out. I really do. I'm coming to realize that this trial really is the DARE program that would work for kids now. Because DARE program back in my day, not good. Okay. Back in the 90s, late 80s, they made DARE fun, and they made drugs sound fun. We had Officer Kavalowski. He would show up. He's like, hey, kids, if you're going to do LSD, you'll think you can fly. And I'm like, I've always wanted to fly. That's the only thing my 10-year-old self wants. I wrote that one down in my Lisa Frank journal. Try LSD so you can finally fly. And then they talked about PCP, and they were like, PCP, you could chew your fingertips off, but you won't feel it. And I'm like, that sounds kind of cool too, to a kid. You're a kid. Your brain's not fully developed till the age of 25, allegedly. So this, though, however, would make it, I think if we told kids that, if we showed them the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial and we said, listen, you can do your GHBs, you can do your MBBs or your what is it called? MDMAs, your Molly. You can listen to your Miley Cyrus if you got to. But you're also going to cut off the tip of your fingertip. And you're not even going to get to eat it. Because back in my day, Officer Kavalowski said you eat your fingertips, which, protein. You're just going to waste your fingertips. And you're going to get in you just look at children in the eyes. Okay. This is what you need to do. This is the new DARE program. And I think this will really work. You pull up a picture. Let's get a picture here of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And they're miserable. They're both miserable. And who wouldn't be? They've been in this shit for years, and they're spending all of their Hollywood money on this. Okay. So let me pull them up. Amber Heard, Johnny. Okay. So we're going to pull this picture up. And I think I might have to have a picture going forward because my internet is just, hype man husband shell. The internet is just being a poo-poo. And I think, you know what? I think it was because I was trying to upload something at the same time, guys. It's coming back now. Joleen, what are you doing? Get smart to yourself, okay? I should have done peyote. All right. So let me close down a couple things here. All right. So here's what you do. Here's what we're going to do going forward. We are going to talk to kids. We're going to be very honest. It's not just say no, Nancy Reagan. It's not the DARE program. We're going to show them real people, and we're going to play this trial for the little kiddies. And we're going to say, hey, like I said, you can do your crazy drugs. You can do all that. You know, you can wear a drug rug. You can, do your crazy drugs, wear a drug rug. But you're going to end up in a court of law for years with someone you used to want to bone, and now you don't even want to look at them, okay? Because they both, well, Johnny Depp mostly has been like, I can't even look at her, okay? You're going to have guys like this that you have to pay a whole bunch of money. Let me show you, kids. So let's say you like candy? You like candy, kids? Well, guess what? You're not going to be able to buy any damn candy. You're going to have all the money in the world for candy. You know what's going to happen? You're going to have to pay this guy. This guy's going to, you have to hang out with him all the time. Okay? When he falls asleep, you got to go, Stan, hi, wake up. And he's going to charge you $700 an hour, $700 to $900. And that's reasonable. And that's not including inflation when you're older. To fight someone you used to like to have intercourse with. And you'll learn about intercourse later. Okay? And then you're going to come to court and you're just going to have to talk to more old people. And you're not that old yet. And you make sure to say that every chance you get. Okay? And then you're going to have to also talk to ladies like this. This is your group now that you're going to have to hang out with. Okay? And someone will shit your bed, allegedly. Someone will give you a knife. You might want to cut yourself. And they'll say, don't. You'll want to leave. They'll try to stop you. But you'll keep getting back together. Because drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Now, some people can handle drugs. But it's not you, kid. I know. I can see it in you. Okay? We all know. We've seen those kids where we're like, they're going to be good at drugs one day. You know, there's just a certain look that they have where you're like, that kid's going to be a good druggie. But then there's most of us, not good druggies. Just not good. Most people can't recreational it. Most people ruin it. And they ruin it for everybody. Because then we have to watch this case, even though it is very, very entertaining. And then, you're going to feel like, but I'm in love. I'm in love with this woman. And then one day she has her hair flowing and it's beautiful and she's 29. And the next day she's 35, 36, 37 and fighting you in a court of law with her hair tied back like an old maiden with all of her buttons buttoned up. You couldn't see cleavage if you tried. And that's going to be your life. And you're going to be paying for that. All because you wanted to do drugs, get in a shitty druggy relationship, and have toxic druggy sex. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So just say, hell no, I don't want that Depp-Heard life. Say it with me, everybody in the back. Just say, hell no, I don't want that Depp-Heard life. I heard about that Depp-Heard life. I don't want it. Okay? I don't want to be paying a lady named Elaine with the bob haircut.
I don't want to be paying a lady with a bob haircut.
Thank you. Hype my husband, Chell. All my hard-earned money. For reading lines on a screen. But making us all feel something at home. Mostly insecure because actors are very beautiful. But I don't want that life. I want a better life. I'm going to find someone that I don't have to sue for libel or defecation or defamation. I want to find love. I want to realize that we all get fat. And guess what? You don't say, you fat ass, we all get old. And guess what? You don't say, you old ass, we all get mad. But guess what? You don't shit in their bed. You just don't. You go to take that shit to the toilet. And you always flush. The worst thing you could do, maybe if you're really mad, this is my Robert De Niro, maybe you could leave them an unflushable. Okay? A Downy unflushable. Fine. Have them have to present it like a present, but at least it's in the toilet, they can flush it, but not on the bed. Not on the bed, kids. Never on the bed. It just, those I bet those were nice sheets. Because I have one set of nice sheets, some West Elm nice sheets, and they are nice. The rest, trash, garbage. I put the sheets on my bed and I'm like, I hate you. You're nothing. You're not, since I have West Elm, you're nothing to me. But my West Elms, if someone poops on my West Elms, I'm going to be in court. I'm going to be in court. I'm upset. I'm going to be suing people. Okay. I'm going to grab Johnny's knife that Amber gave him, and we'll see. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. Okay. So yeah, if you don't want to hang out with this guy, Ben Chu, if you want this man to be your best friend, do the drugs. Do the drugs. Marry people that are way too young for you or way too old for you, and do the drugs. Don't sign a prenup. Don't worry about them signing a prenup. And then you'll be hanging out with these people. And guess what? You got to pay to hang out with this dude. A lot. You got to laugh at his jokes because he's got to help you. He's got to laugh at her jokes. Your jokes. Yeah. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. I'm now addressing the parts. All right. So yesterday, it was a big day. We got the Richard Marks testimony. We got ZZ Top saying, I did witness abuse from Amber to Johnny, which was huge. And then going into today, it was like, what? There was a nurse. The nurse testimony was très boring. I think that's what the French say. No offense to the nurse, but I think the only thing that we really got out of the nurse testimony was that Amber Heard has admitted to being, there's all these diagnoses. It's like, but what are you? What's your mental illness this month? That's so LA too, is we all you define yourself by your mental health, which I would say isn't the best thing to do. I've done it before. I made a whole web series when one time someone said I was bipolar, and I'm like, I don't think I'm bipolar. And they were like, you're bipolar. And I was like, but you're the two kind that, it's a little less. It's like bipolar light, diet bipolar. And I was like, all right, I'm LA and I'm a comedian. I'll write a web series about it. So I did. It's on YouTube if you want to check it out. It's called Bipolar Becky. Okay. It was 5, 6, 7 years ago. So all the jokes might not be PC. It's satire. Here we go. All right. Before we get canceled. So then I was like, God, I've never done anything real bipolar-y. And then I went to a doctor. They're like, you're not bipolar. No, that's not correct. You've never had a manic episode. I was like, oh, you got to have one of those. He's like, you do. You got to have some kind of mania. I go, oh, okay. Well, I'm like depressed and I'm sad and I can't concentrate. And I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was younger. They're like, yeah, it's anxiety, depression, situational, and anxiety and ADHD. So yeah, a lot of women actually get misdiagnosed with bipolar when they actually have ADHD. So there you go. So don't define yourself by this shit. So Amber Heard is saying, allegedly, according to this nurse, is saying, thank you, Camber, is saying that she's bipolar and has an eating disorder. Well, I mean, we didn't crack the case here. This is Los Angeles. Everyone's got an eating disorder. Unfortunately, is very unfortunate, but that is sadly the case. That city just breeds insecurities, and you got to be able to drive a semi between your thigh gap to get a part on some of these shows. It's changing a little, but not enough. Okay. Lizzo can only do so much. She can't save us all. She can't, she can't save all of us not super skinny girls, but she's trying. All right. So then Amber Heard later, when we talk to Dr. Hughes, aka not Dr. Curry, then it's no, Amber doesn't have histrionic personality disorder, doesn't have borderline personality disorder. Yet in some of the videos, we've heard Johnny Depp reference her borderline. So I'm not sure. And Dr. Curry previously said she found that, or she diagnosed her in that. And then I think there were previous notes that she looked at. These forensic psychiatrists and psychologists are something else. I mean, it's interesting that you have an outside person who hasn't really seen you a ton, who's looking through, your mental health records, and then is going to come up with their own diagnosis. However, the difference between Johnny Depp's team's psychologist, Dr. Curry, And Amber Heard's team's forensic psychologist, which was Dr. Not Curry, Dr. Hughes, is Dr. Curry seemed to lead with statistical. She seemed to do her diagnosis through metrics, if you will. I mean, through testing, through things like that, where she had like the Minnesota PTSD test that she gave her. And she was like, she's being very, in my opinion, in my clinical opinion, she is being very deceptive in having PTSD. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then also she's like, through the personality test I gave her, and she explained the criteria and what happens to get to that point, to these diagnoses. She has histrionic personality disorder and borderline personality disorder. Then Amber Heard's forensic psychologist pops in, and her name is Dr. Not Curry. Her name is Dr. Hughes. And she was like, I'm so glad you guys had me here. I mean, she's very well qualified. She's smart. She's got all the stuff, right? But then she just seems to shit the bed when it comes to being a witness in the trial, where she's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you guys are here. Anyways, okay. So let me tell you, my name is Dr. Hughes. Let me look up a picture of myself so I can pull it up here. Dr. Hughes Depp trial. You guys, I have some tea. She came with tea. This lady came. It was the weirdest thing where Dr. Curry, Dr. Curry came with, all right, I did this testing. Here's what I found. This is actually very common testing. You guys should check it out. Here, let me share this through Chrome instead. It's, I may not be board certified, but I'm not boring. So here you go. And this is the most used for PTSD, the most used for this. And then this woman comes in with all the credentials. I'm thinking, get it, girl. Yes, feminism. She's so smart. She's got all the credentials. And she comes in like she's a blogger on YouTube. She's like, okay, listen, you didn't hear this from me, but you did. So Amber Heard's friend, who was a psychologist, so formally someone that she saw, she said that Johnny came in and he was really mad, like big mad, like soup's mad, okay? So then he came in, he was like, I'm going to get you. And she was like, you're not getting me today. And then something happened in the closet and it was super crazy. But Amber stayed because she's madly in love. Like she's madly, like just like so in love, which I totally get. BTW, I've been in these situations before. And you can go mad being madly in love. Okay. I think that, Johnny did it. He did it. If it doesn't fit, you must quit. Okay. Johnny Depp, put the glove on him. It'll fit. He is guilty. He's abusive. Oh my God, he smells weird. Like, okay, so Amber said Johnny isn't hot enough to be in Dior, and I don't think he is either. Like, I just don't. From my reading, I was reading over the case files, and I was like, this is so juicy. I had to get more popcorn. I was like, oh my God, this is so juicy. I'm not supposed to have all these notes? That's so weird, because Dr. Hughes, who is more than qualified, has been on other trials before, but I don't know what's happening. She was like, I just have a Post-it. They're like, do you have notes? I just have a Post-it. And then she was like, and this is my Post-it. This is my Post-it. So, okay. Amber Heard said Johnny Depp is bad. So, right? I'm going to look over at the jury. Hi, guys. Johnny's bad and he smells. He called her a poo-poo butt face. Told her she might not be able to get through the door. Called her a lesbian camp counselor. Was very jealous, so jealous. One time he exploded with jealousy. Like his eyeliner started running and he turned into Jack Sparrow from that. I didn't see that movie because I'm not a fan. But he turned into Jack Sparrow and he was like running around. Was I there? No, I wasn't there. No. I heard about it, but I'm a professional. Okay, so anyway, so he was running around. He took his underwear off, and inside his underwear was cocaine. And then he sniffed the cocaine, and then he started running more. It was in the Bahamas, which is so crazy. And then he fell face first in the sand. That's here too. I mean, I saw that. I definitely saw that. Okay, where am I? Oh no, I'm just thinking. I'm not looking at my notes. I'm not. Okay. I'm not looking at any of my notes. Excuse me, my Post-its are just getting in the way. Okay. So Amber Heard is 100% innocent. She has done nothing wrong. She is not a toxic person at all. She is actually very friendly, likes animals, and has never yelled at a server or a waitress or someone in customer service since 2019. She worked. What's this word? She worked on that. She worked on that when she gets upset. So Johnny is bad guy, real bad, real smelly, bad guy. Pooped his own bed for sure. Definitely pooped his own bed. Made it look like Amber bad girl. She's not. She goes to Coachella and she rescues dogs from breeders. That's a thing. Johnny bad. Johnny bad. Johnny wears jewelry. I found in my experience as a professional, guys who wear jewelry, not good. It's a lot of rings. It's a red flag. In my business, we call it a red flag. We call it a red flag. Jury. It's a red flag. Okay. Amber is great. Perfect. Almost. He weighs what, like 280 pounds, according to Amber and psychology. And she weighs like 105. I mean, at her heaviest, I think, what does it say? 125, which, oh my gosh. Is it normal for people to hit each other back? Yeah, it's completely normal. It's totally normal. What she was doing was basically just, he called her a fat ass. She called him an old ass loser. She hated his guitar. He hated her codependency. They both did too many drugs, but he did more drugs. And she went to Al-Anon once. So innocent, right? Everybody? No? Okay. Should I keep going? Do I look over here? Do I look down here? What do you want me to do? These aren't notes, you guys. Oh my God, it's Post-its. You want me to share this after the trial? I don't know. Elaine doesn't think I should. She said, I'm going to have to read this when I get home. Okay. All right. On May 21st, 2016, here's what happened. According to me, professional, Dr. Hughes, not Curry. Amber was just chilling with ill. What's the person's name? Io. Sorry. I know Io. I know Io through a story I heard about Io. Anyways, I'm professional. Okay. Was just chilling with Io. They were looking up charities to give to, and they were emptying their checking accounts into charities. When Johnny Depp came through the door and he said, "What the fuck is going on here?" in a pirate voice. And he covered one of his eyes. He always did that. He thought it was hilarious. Like, what the fuck's going on here? And then he dropped his drawers and dropped a Juicy Lucy. He calls it a grumpy because he's old. But Amber and her friends are cool. They were giving all their money to charity, like I said. He dropped a Juicy Lucy right in the middle of the floor and then went to the bedroom, squatted over the bed, started doing like old guys shit, like talking about, the news and getting upset about Fox News and saying that he, wanted bad things to happen to Donald Trump, allegedly, which he apologized for. But so then he dropped a Juicy Lucy in the bed and then he just started screaming and he was like, "Oh, drop this Juicy Lucy." And me and not me. I mean, I'm Dr. Hughes, but me and Amber, we're good. We're tight. Okay. So then Amber was like, "What are you doing, Jonathan? Please stop. Do not do that. Okay. I am busy giving all of my money to charity and saving dogs from where they make dogs, breeders. Okay. Asking them to breed more dogs for me because I like the clean ones that have all of the same DNA. It makes sense if you don't think about it. Please stop. I was just on my way to the homeless shelter on Skid Row to help people. What are you doing, Johnny? Are you drunk again? Oh, no. We might have to call the po-po. Oh, I hope they take us seriously. I am afraid. Are you afraid? I am very afraid." That was what she did. That was her act out. And then she's like, "Why do you make me drink this $500 wine? You know I don't like it. I like $2 Chuck. I like White Zin, from a jug. Please, Johnny, just leave. I would like to keep giving to charities." and helping children without soccer teams. Please leave now. Our Yorkies are scared. Did they crap the bed, Johnny? Do you want me to protect you? I'll protect you, but don't leave. And yeah, that's what happened. And then he left. And then her friend Io was like, whoa, that's whack, yo. Why you got to be like that? Because that's how young kids talk. Stop. Give it up. West Side for life. I don't know anything about Io. I just know that they're young. And then called the police. The police came and they just didn't take him seriously, you know? And then, Amber wanted me to say this, which isn't in notes. I memorized it from being there in spirit. Also, her friend's apartment, one of the penthouses they were living at for free, they want Enrique, that's not his name, the gentleman who worked at the front desk, they wanted him to know that their apartment actually was getting broken into, okay, by a German Shepherd. Have you ever loved a German Shepherd? They'll steal your shit. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear Johnny Depp sucks. Amber Heard is awesome. And Aquaman 2 is going to be fantastic if you, Karen, stop signing that fucking petition, which petitions do nothing. So, okay, great. Thank you. No, you can't have my notes. I need them to live. I need them. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared. She turned into Jessie Spano from Saved by the Bell because, you know, caffeine pills and notes. And they were like, you better turn over your notes, you know. And she's going to go home later and she's going to put this in her blog and she's going to be like, these lawyers were just such dicks. Okay. I am a doctor. And they were like, turn over your notes, girl. And I was like, I don't even have to turn over my notes. And they're like, you better turn over your notes. I was like, who's going to make me? Who's going to check me, boo? And then, yeah. So I don't know. I'll be back tomorrow. This should be a really fun cross for everybody. If, you know, we're live on TV? I've done tons of trials. Speculation, hearsay. Hearsay. Here's some more hearsay. And then I'm hearsaying again. Hearsay. Did I see that happen? No, someone told me about it. Who? Well, Amber Heard. Elaine. Was Elaine there? No, but she knew someone who was there. Who? Amber Heard. Yeah, she was there. So hearsay, speculation, hearsay, and yeah, I think I killed it. So then after she's done with her testimony, it is a shit show to here, let me pull this screenshot up. To the others, to the attorneys on Depp's side. So you got Chewy's there, and Chewy's like, I want to see what you're working with. Dr. Not Curry. And they crowd the witness stand like they're at a state fair trying to get the first, you know, deep fried Snickers bar before they run out. And they're like, let me see your notes. So you got, you know, Chewy's friend. We got Camille back there, the junior associates, Elaine protecting the notes. Johnny Depp's walking out with Sean and that other guy. And this is when Dr. Not Curry, Dr. Hughes, she was like, I totally feel comfortable giving you my notes. Like, what is the big deal? You guys are acting like I'm trying to hide something, which I would never do. I would never hide my notes. I just am, okay. So, here you go. Here's my notes. What's in my jacket? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Hashtag me too. Okay. That I've had implants recently, very recently. So please don't ask about what's in my jacket. Just take this. It says add animated overlays and go on about your day. That's all I had. That's all I looked at. I didn't look at any notes. I wouldn't do that. I'm a professional. But they were madly in love. And that is what happened. So they're all, you know, Camille's there. Like I said, Chewy's friend, Dr. Hughes, not Dr. Curry, is there. And they want to take a look at this. And the judge, she looked a little peeved. And when I was watching Emily D. Baker said, she's going to be peeved because this is turning into a circus. So now tomorrow we get to watch Johnny Depp's attorneys cross-examine Miss Dr. Not Curry and see what happens. But I couldn't believe how much they let slide without objecting with the hearsay. And I'm not even a lawyer. I just had to listen to a couple lawyer channels, Emily D. Baker and Legal Bites, to know that that's a lot of hearsay. Objection, overruled. Have you been there before, but also have you shaved your legs through the pandemic, but also did you even shave them before? Objection, compound. The answer is no, you know. So it is crazy. Yeah, we got binder time. This is some Real Housewives stuff. When Monique from Potomac had the binder. It is, oh my gosh. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. She's back shredding things. I mean, there's a lot of things that haven't been, you know, they said admitted into evidence that need to be. I mean, yes, Elaine is in the chat. Thank you, Elaine. She's going to show up and be like, oh, I didn't bring my notebooks. Thanks a lot, Obama. And then she's going to be like, Amber Heard is fine. I don't know why everyone is so worried about her. She is just trying to live her life and get that shmoney. That's it. Johnny Depp is trying to stop her from working and getting the shmoney. He says she's ambitious, and that's problematic. Hold on a second. I'm just stretching. I'm just stretching out. Please wait. He also is currently on the cocaine and Coca-Cola Classic, which is a bad combination for him. Oh, also his sister Christy's a liar. That's my professional opinion. Okay, my professional. Thank you, Nanya. You gotta have a little bit of fun, because some of this stuff is heavy. You know, and you know, the over under is that this is a very toxic relationship. The more I learn, the more I'm like, and then the antes get upped every time. Then we're hearing things that we didn't hear before. And it's just so much. And it almost seems like a movie. And this is for sure going to be a Ryan Murphy crime story. I mean, I'm telling you, Ryan Murphy, does anyone know Ryan Murphy? Can you tell him to hit me up? I'll be an extra. I will be, you know, the barkeep, be like, what do you want to drink? Elaine. And Elaine's like, I've had a rough day. I think you're doing fine, Elaine. You're sticking up for us women. You know, something like that. No, that's not a good Virginia accent. I guess Virginians just talk regular. I don't know. But just let him know that I'm up for the task, or I could help him write it. Okay. So seriously, I'm begging. You need to make your DARE lecture a TikTok for all the kids who need to see it. You know what? I am. Yeah, Elaine will be in the back like, you're doing great, sweetie. She'll be like Kris Jenner. You're doing great, sweetie. Here, just read the lines. I mean, it's going to be, it sounds like from the legal people I'm following that they're going to dismantle this witness and make her look as though she has no credibility because of what she just did today on the witness stand. And it's just so strange because she testified that she's been in many trials and she's so qualified and she seems super smart, this Dr. Hughes, Dr. Not Curry, you know, but even Elaine, I mean, they were just off. I think maybe this case is just getting to everyone, because even Elaine, she could not remember Dr. Hughes' name. This was Elaine today at court, you guys.
Dr. Curry, in answering that question, were you consulting anything?
Dr. Hughes.
Dr. I'm so sorry. Dr. Hughes, were you consulting anything? Dr. Curry's here, I guess, as well.
I mean, this show, I call it a show because it is a show. It is crazy how ridiculous some of this stuff is. We got grumpies. We got a drunken couple who needs to not do drugs. I mean, they're doing MDMA on their wedding day. God bless. But also, maybe we should have put the MDMA away and signed the prenup, so we didn't have to worry about the post-nup that then got us into a fight in Australia, which then led us to lose a finger. I mean, and all the time, and it's crazy to me as an alcoholic. I've been sober for 10 years. It's crazy to me to hear the excuses being made for people's addictions that are, and it's a hard thing. Addiction's very difficult. And there's so many layers to this stuff. But hearing two people who seem to have addiction issues call each other addicts and problematic, it's like, no, you both have it, and you should have never been together because you're both not okay in that sense. You got to get some help, and she's like, he does cocaine and he's a drunk. And then he's like, well, she's a drunk and she does MDMA and tries to hit on women. And I don't like it. So just like, get sober. This is literally the main takeaway I'm getting, and maybe it's because I'm a sober person now and I know what it's like to be out of control, is if this shit is, if you are using substances and this shit seems to only be happening when you're using substances, I'm not saying this wouldn't happen if they were sober, because I think they have, some other things going on and they are not a good pair for one another. But if the majority of these fights are happening when one or both of you are intoxicated, one or both of you are under the influence of anything, that's probably a big common denominator. I mean, think about it. People who have had substance abuse issues. I know myself, how many dumb fights in my 20s I got into with boyfriends, and how embarrassing that was looking back. How I wouldn't even waste my time. The dramatics of, don't leave, stay, I must go, don't cut yourself, but I want to use the new knife you bought me. None of this would be happening if we weren't pumping, Coke, MDMA, red wine that's too expensive into our veins. This is all very drunken, dramatic relationship shit. Because when you're sober and with someone for a while, and, obviously the age gap, there's lots of things in their relationship. You're just like, they're like, I'm going to go. You're like, okay, come back. We'll talk later. I'm going to eat my feelings. I don't know. I'm going to binge watch Ozark. I'm actually really glad we got in this fight, because they just put, part 2 of the last season of Ozark up on Netflix, and I'm going to binge it. And you blah, blah, blah. You just keep talking to me and I need time. So yeah, I'm mad too. So you go take your time, and then, guys or gals love that. And then I'll take my time, and then we'll come back after Ozark. All right. Now, and then I'll tell you about Jason Bateman, and great cast. It's a great show. Interesting ending. Okay. But yeah. Hopefully they can get scared straight. This is too expensive. I was a quality drunk, a high functioning alcoholic who also, sometimes blacked out and kicked stuff. But I never needed fancy, expensive wine to get that way. They're getting that way and they're paying way too much. Okay. It's just not a good investment, because we're all coming back to that same state, which is belligerent and intoxicated and annoying, and using up the resources like the police, the hospital. All right. Our hospitals they're very busy. We're in a panicukin. We got, our nurses, our doctors, our CNAs, any hospital staff, they're overworked. They don't have time to deal with you coming in going, I drank too much red wine, did a little cocaine, she did MDMA, and one of us cut my fingers off. We don't have time for that. There's no time. There is no hope with dope. It's just not what we got to do. Okay. There are people coming in there with legitimate issues like diarrhea, and you're just making the diarrhea people wait. And it's not fair. Okay. I do want to I want to give an update on the love. Okay. So if this is your first time on my channel, or, you're not familiar with my stuff, I have been following who's crushing in the courtroom. So far, I have found that Elaine and Amber Heard, they might be the Holland Taylor and Sarah Paulson of this next generation. So I don't know. I saw some sparks. Also Camille and Johnny Depp. So Camille is the attorney, Camille Vasquez. She sits on if you're looking at him, to the right of him, but to the left if you're Johnny Depp. Do you know what I'm saying? Spatial relations. I've seen a lot of sparks fly, Thank you. Someone tagged me or sent me him pulling out her chair, which could be very strategic too, to have an attractive young woman next to him and have him treat her chivalrous so the jury can see that. But I think there's going to be a courtroom baby coming out of this one. You know what I mean? Something is going to go down. However, today, not as fun. These past couple days weren't, well, today especially wasn't as fun for love in the courtroom. All right. Let me pull up the video I have here that I put together just of, when they're in between. Objection, overruled, confounded, but also you suck. Why'd you say that? I think it's fine to say that. Sustained, when they're in the middle of doing that. What did I save this as? I have so many Johnny Depp things on my computer now. I never thought I'd be so into this case, but this is really the case. I can't remember a case that people followed this much since OJ. I'm probably missing something or a case in between there, but this seems to be the one that everyone is talking about. Even my husband, who doesn't want to talk about it, sometimes I make him talk about it, because that really is love, everybody. All right, let me open up my Johnny Depp folder and see. Let me know in the chat what's going on. Let's check in with you guys, see how you're doing, how you're feeling. Are we still heavy on the teams here? Are we more like, this is very toxic on both? But I hope that, we're able to see that this is a case where, they're both kind of, this isn't just Johnny Depp. Do we have people who feel that way? Just let me know how you guys feel. And in the meantime, we will play one of her lawyers objecting himself.
Told me he sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Oh,
Next question.
okay. You said he sustained an injury.
Objection. But you objected yourself. Oh, just kidding. Just joking. God, don't be such a crazy person. That's like so normal. Okay, here we go. So I have some theories on the love, and I know you guys love my theories. There's no sound to this, so we'll just talk over it. We will have some fun. All right. So court today. This is what court today looked like. All right. We have some new players also. And let me know how you guys feel about them in the court. All right. You guys are saying the 6 hour, 58 minute, and a lot of second timestamp. Which one is that? All right. Somebody commented in Emily D. Baker's live that she can't believe she didn't have to pay to see that trial. Seriously, this is like, back in the day, this is the kind of stuff you would pay for, like when you paid for HBO to get like Mike Tyson versus Michael Spinks, and he knocked him out in like 90 seconds, and your dad was like, God damn it, we didn't even get to the hors d'oeuvres. I invited my friends over. This is like pay-per-view stuff, for real. All right. So I noticed today there was a distance between my favorites, my favorite crushes, which are Camille right here and Johnny Depp. Now, normally we have seen them, smile, laugh. There's been lean-ins like promise. I've been able to read lips on it. It's just been a fun, lighthearted thing to follow in this garbage can dumpster fire situation. Okay. But today they were physically more apart. Normally there's more leaning in. And I think I know why. And I think you guys know why too. Okay. Because she's what color is Camille's outfit? It's doo-doo brown. It's the color of a grumpy. Now, not the grumpy that was in his bed, because that one was someone could have been either players in this, because both drinking a lot of red wine. It was very dark. It was a dark Merlot Adderall grumpy. All right. No one's getting enough broccoli. No one is hydrated enough, you guys. You got to drink this. I saw Amber today. She had, I think she's drinking Crystal Light or something. So she's at least trying. Johnny Depp's got a little bit of water there too. As I just spill down my blazer, my button up. Okay. So I think he was just like, she looks like a grumpy. So then, you know, he wasn't talking to Camille because she's just, everything she wore, it was brown on brown on brown on brown. You know, it was just a little creamy, but brown. And he's, I mean, this is gonna really provoke him. This is gonna make him go into, you know, some kind of flashback of finding the grumpy in his bed. And even Ben Chu, I mean, I don't even see any gummy bears today. There was no gummy bears. There was no love in the club. Where's my favorite blonde girl in the back? Even Camille's hair didn't have the bounce for the ounce. It wasn't as bouncy as I like it. You know, normally it's just so bouncy. And today I think she's just something happened. You know, I think she noticed, she showed up, the outfit, it just wasn't, she didn't get the same response from him. You know, he's sad. They did have their little moments where they smiled and stuff, you know, but definitely you can see the distance. Okay. Oh, there's my favorite blonde. All right. And then this guy's here. I call him not Ben Chu. And then we got the forensic accounting guy coming up to put us to sleep, but thank you for your service, sir. You know, even Camille right there, you guys, she's trying to fluff up her hair. She knows, you know, it's like Little Women. Joe, you're one true beauty. You know, even though Camille has lots of beauties, that hair is just killer. And even she's like, oh, it's just, you know, we all have those days where you didn't get all the conditioner out, or maybe, you know, it's well past wash day. I don't know. She tried to fluff it up. Didn't work. Okay. And this guy comes up and you're just like, oh, all right, cool. Thanks, buddy. He's going to be questioned. He's going to say, I think Johnny Depp is out $40 million through his estimate from this op-ed. And he pulls up I think this is the guy that pulled up this thing. Let me see if I can share this too. All right. So he pulls up this and he says math. And I'm just like, oh, can you just explain it better? But I mean, this is pretty, so, well, not to me, but the analysis of lost bookings, franchise films. Pirates, it was expected, even though we had a talk with an agent yesterday. And that was interesting because Elaine was really grilling him. She was like, wouldn't you say you're an asshole? And he was like, I wouldn't say that, but you would say that, because if you go back to your testimony in July of 2011, you said, I, Johnny Depp's agent person, am an asshole. Did you not say this? All right. Okay, fine. No, object all you want. It's the right thing to do. He did say he was an asshole. Okay. Now, wouldn't you say that Johnny Depp is a no good, dirty liar with the coke problem who didn't lose any money? Oh, you wouldn't? That's funny, because right here, you said in 2012 that Pirates of the Caribbean sucked balls. You tweeted it. You were 23 at the time, allegedly. And you said Pirates, there shouldn't even been a Pirates after 2. The rest sucked balls. Did you write that? And now you believe in him? Okay. All right. So wouldn't you say you're a liar? Because you said his movie sucked balls, but now you want to feed his balls. Okay, good for you. So this guy is like, hey, hi, I'm forensic guy for accounting. And I mean, look at what these people are getting paid. The economic discrepancy in LA is ridiculous. When I lived there, it's like you're walking down Santa Monica and you're walking if you're me. But you're walking also if you had to park your car or Sunset and you're going to like a fancy office if you're a fancy person. I once saw Jessica Lange on my way to therapy. All right. On my way to therapy. And I was just like, she was the most beautiful person I've ever seen in person in my life. Shout out to Jessica Lange, who is just one of my favorite actors of all time. But I was like, I hope she's going to my therapist. I don't think she was, but she was walking, just gorgeous. However, you can walk down the street with a Birkin bag and you're stepping over people, because LA right now has just like a homeless epidemic that is horrible. You know, so again, we're seeing, I mean, this is crazy. We realize that Hollywood makes money, but this is nutso. But you know what we've seen from Johnny Depp, he's letting everybody stay for free in the penthouses. So it's not like he's taking all this home. He's like, you get a penthouse, you get a penthouse, everybody gets a penthouse, doesn't have to pay rent. So he was supposed to get 22.5, even though this is all verbal. And that's what Elaine was like, wouldn't you say that you're a damn liar because you don't have any paperwork? You have no paperwork? None. No paperwork saying this? Did you just pull this number out of your ass, sir? Did you pull it from the sky, the ass sky? Is that what you did? Not one, not an email, not a fax, not a pigeon carrier, nothing. Not, you didn't write it on your wrist. You didn't say, call me for the 22.5 mil for P6. No, nothing. All right. Not a page, not a boobless page. When you turn it upside down, you put the numbers in, it says boobless, nothing. Okay. All right. So 22.5, lost bookings, earning capacity, other bookings. I don't know how they figured this stuff out. He explained it, but I was like, get to the poop part. So yeah, so a total damages they're claiming for Johnny Depp is $40,318,237 because I equals C plus H. Doi. I mean, if you don't know, then you don't know my girl Excel. And she is a bitch. All right. So that's what he figured out. And I was like, shit, that is serious, Dwayne. I don't remember what this guy's name was, but you know, God bless him, because someone has to be good at math, you know? So he comes in, they left him a used water. That's how much just the disrespect. I just feel like today was a real, lots of interesting stuff happened, but it was like exactly, coffee buzz. Numbers. Let's talk about poop. And for his credentials, $550 an hour is fair. He has many credentials in my field that you can have. Wait, Avaria says, for his credentials, $550 an hour is fair. He has as many credentials in my field that you can have. Ooh, good to know. Well, that's what Emily D. Baker says. Well, she said, that's a good rate. You know, he deserves that, you know, and get your money, sir, get your money. I can't do that, what you do. But look, they gave him someone else's water bottle and they took the, label off because they're embarrassed. They're giving people Dasani. We are not in LA anymore. We are not in LA anymore. Okay. Oh, we got our friend, Dr. Hughes. I cannot wait to see Dr. Hughes tomorrow. Amber the stuff that was being said was just disturbing. So she just looked disturbed all day. She didn't write as much in her notebook. Previously she has been writing, and it was a lot more eye contact. It was a lot more sad, talking to Rotten Boner a lot, even talking to Megan or Molly. What's the lady's name that always pulls stuff up and they thank her? Also, Graphics said, she might have, I think Amber, I think she watches my videos because she kind of pulled herself into a Joleen do that I had yesterday, but she's probably done that before. Okay. So she's reading her notes. Clearly. She's like, I'm not reading notes. I'm just thinking. I just think downward. Okay. I'm a downward thinker. She's like, okay, memorize. This is too much. This is too much. And why that wasn't called out, that if she's not supposed to have all these notes up there, she's like, it's just a Post-it, but really it's just like this, then why didn't they call it out? We'll see tomorrow. We will see tomorrow. Thank you, Rashida. I appreciate that. I appreciate you so much. And that's very kind of you to say. So a lot of, Amber just talking to Rotten Boner, probably like wondering what's up with his hair? What's up? What's going on with you? Okay. So they're talking, she looked as though she was maybe going to hit the stand today because she was very professional. She had almost like a tuxedo coat on, something I'm sure Versace, Gucci, Free People, TJ Maxx. I don't know, something fancy. Okay. So Elaine is talking to not Ben Chu, and, they're trying to there was a lot of breaks in this today. And can we approach the stand, Your Honor? Can we approach the bench? Can we bench press you? Because objection overruled, confounded, compounded. and other things. So they started late. Amber Heard's team wanted a dismissal. The judge said, I don't think we need to dismiss this case. According to Emily D. Baker, totally normal for her side to want this dismissal. But nope, Amber Heard going forward with the case, the trial, and you will testify. So there has been enough. Johnny Depp's team has presented enough cocaine evidence. They've snorted all the facts. And you have to talk to us now. And I am very interested in seeing that testimony, okay? And the poor court reporter, I mean, she's so busy. She needs a raise. You know, she needs that $42 million. So they go back and she's reading her. I mean, she has a file folder there that she's reading from. This is what in the Pam Hupp is going on here. I don't know, but I can't wait for tomorrow. All right. And that's when Elaine's like, Dr. Curry. And she's like, Dr. Hughes. Oh, sorry, Dr. Curry. I mean, Dr. Hughes. Oh, sorry. And this is when, you know, she seems to get very personal. She talks to the jury a lot. And she's just like, Johnny was awful and everything's awful. And I can't believe it. I was there, but I wasn't there. But I'm going to speak to you like I was there. These are facts. It's a fact. Okay. Amber Heard told me, so it's a fact. And yeah. So then we go back to Amber and she's just very, very solemn. You know, we don't see notes. This was very sad faces. Now Johnny looks over. Do we see this? There was this moment where he looks over at Amber and I'm like, is he supposed to do that? I mean, I know she does look at him, but I haven't noticed a ton of him looking at her, but maybe I'm missing it. And Camille's behind him and he's looking over there. He's looking. This was a different Johnny today. Now I will say later in the day, we're looking at something later, and what I pulled up before was earlier when we had the forensic accounting. So now we've had lunch. Now I see Camille's a little closer to Johnny and they both have Coca-Cola Classics. Johnny's been drinking Coca-Cola Classic every day. He's been chewing on certs and maybe some Nicorette. Some people were saying you can't chew gum in the courtroom. You tell that to Johnny Depp, who most likely has to pound Nicorette or regular gum because he's very addicted to cigarettes and sitting there for hours without a smoke. Oh, come on. Johnny's like, I'll roll your own, you know? So I did notice they both had Coca-Cola Classics. And I'm like, are they back? Are they back? Are they back together? Is the poop outfit okay? Is Johnny like, I'm sorry, it was triggering. Okay, when you come home to your penthouse and to the bedroom that you shared with your too young bride, and you find a grumpy, and then the lady that you're sitting next to every day at the court case, who you're kind of feeling, and she's kind of feeling you, right? Okay. She's dressed like the grumpy. I thought, you know, was she paid off by the other side to trigger me? All right. But the fact that they're both drinking Coke, oh, she's leaning in. That's a good sign. And they're both drinking Coca-Cola Classic. They might be back. Now, as far as Elaine and Amber, today might have broken them up. Elaine made some mistakes. Elaine, you know, Elaine is good at what she does. But I think there's pivots that probably should be made. And this is coming from someone who knows nothing about nothing. But the way she is cross-examining, she's like, don't you think you're the fucking worst? And then, excuse me? That's what it says right here. I wrote it down in my notebook. You're the fucking worst. So don't you think you're the fucking worst? I'm sorry. Perjury, plagiarism, confounded, objection, sustained, overruled. You know, it's just very, it might be a little off-putting to the jury. I'm not sure. But then when she was talking to Dr. Not Curry, Dr. Hughes, she was like, hi. And I was like, who the F is that? Is that Elaine? Elaine was like, how you doing? Oh God, you look great. All right. So you're a doctor. You have great credentials. Share with us, girl. I love your nails. They look so great. I can never I chew off my own cuticles. Oh, the stress, you know. I just don't have time for self-care, but I have to make the time. I understand I have to make the time. But yeah, tell me about yourself, girl. You're doing really great. Yeah, no, completely finish your sentence. No, I'm not going to ask you those weird questions like, don't you think that you are an asshole? I'm not going to do that to you. She was much, much nicer having it be her witness. Okay, having it now be Amber Heard's people. Then, do you guys notice? Okay, so the lady back here in orange, I don't know if you can see my cursor. So now we're going into the gallery, the court audience, whatever it's called, where the Judge Judy people sit. And look at the camera like. The orange shirt lady, I think she's a reporter from Court TV, correct? Now we all know, or if you don't know, Amber Heard fired her PR team and got a new PR team. And people were saying this baldy is her new PR guy. And there were moments where the officers, like you're going to see right here, I think this is the part, maybe not, are going to talk to him. And he was talking, if this is the guy, let me know. And he was talking to this Court TV reporter, and they were very friendly, very friendly. Now, I will say, everyone is going, Amber Heard fired her PR staff. It's her, it's not the PR. It don't matter. She needs the best PR because she is a sinking ship right now. Coming out of the UK case, and that when the allegations first came out, people were like, Team Amber. And I know there have been people that have, tried to expose her for quite a while now. But now she's with this court case being aired, which again, she didn't want to happen, but Johnny Depp was like, we got to air it. And now we're seeing why he wanted that. I think a lot of us are. She needs all the help she can get. If she's ever going to recover from this, now I don't know what the jury is going to decide. I have no idea. That's up to them. But we still have to hear from her. We do. We still have to hear from quite a few people. But right now, it's not good. It's not good for public opinion. I mean, there's over 3, now maybe 4 million signatures on that remove her from Aquaman. It's going to be similar to, she's going to be singing the same story Johnny Depp was singing when no one wanted to touch him. And the thing that is frustrating is that you hear these recordings. We've been played so many recordings because these two recorded each other like a bunch of weirdos. If you love someone, you don't have to record them. Now, if you're scared of them, if you're whatever, you might maybe want to get some evidence. But it seems like they had been, especially on her end, recording forever. It's a little odd, okay? A little odd. So I just think that hearing these recordings and hearing Johnny Depp and her talk, and they have one recording where they're discussing the RO, the police being called, I should say. And, he's talking to Amber, and it's after I believe they have broken up. And she's put stuff out there. And he's like, listen, we can come together as a united front and just say the media's blown this up. We still have love for each other. And she was saying, I don't know how I can, I'm paraphrasing loosely, but I don't know how I can come back from this. I don't know how my reputation can repair itself. I don't know how I can get that back. Now, to me, reading into it again, all my opinion, allegedly, I don't know if I'm right in the least. It does seem as though she's talking about getting caught in over her head, maybe going forward with things that weren't 100% the truth. And now I can't get out of it. And then he's like, but you can. And she's like, no, it's your fault. He's like, why did you even say that stuff in the first place? Like, it's not true. Why did you say it? She's like, you guys forced me. I think she said she's on the offense. And I'm just like, oh no. So a lot of things can be read into that. I don't know if that's, what she was thinking, but it sounds as though sometimes I get this feeling that this girl, this woman, got in over her head into this thing and these allegations. And then there's there's so many layers, because then there's abuse allegedly in her past from her dad. And that could carry over. And then if that's how she sees how a relationship is, then she starts that in other relationships. There's just so much to think about. That's why I don't want to be like, this person sucks or that person sucks. Behavior sucks, but giving up on the people, I don't know. So not to get too emo on you guys, but there's just part of me when I hear that recording that I'm like, I wish if that was the case and you had said things that weren't true regarding this, you had claimed to be in a situation that wasn't 100% the truth. I wish there could have been a way in that moment for them to come together and her to release herself from these stories, if they are stories, if they're not true. And again, I'm not the judge and jury. I just have, my commentary. If there just would have been a way. Because there was a question that was asked to someone on the stand, and I think it was asked to Richard Marks, my favorite, and Elaine, I think, asked him, has there ever been an actress who has benefited from a Me Too claim? And that is one of the things that really prevents women from actually being able to tell their story and actually being able to, or any victim of domestic violence or any violence or any assault, anything, from coming forward, because people will always use that narrative and run with it and say, you just want money, you just want attention, you're just doing that because he didn't like you, you're just doing that because you're mad, you're just doing that because you think you can get ahead. And I will tell you, 98% of the time, no one, man or woman, is going to put all their business on Front Street and get raked through the coals for any amount of money like that, or to get revenge or anything like that. I've had friends in situations like that where they have been assaulted and people have actually said, oh, it was because she was mad he wouldn't date her. That's not how, no. That's, however, there are that small amount, a minority of people, both men and women, are going to not tell the truth. That's just how it is. But that doesn't mean we can't keep believing victims of this. So my fear for this case, as much as we make fun and we have a good time, is that this is going to set a precedent that's going to set Me Too back, that's going to set all these people who have went through some really horrific things, it's going to set them back, because Amber Heard now is going to become a verb. It's going to be like, you got Amber Hearded, is going to become something that people are going to use. She's probably Amber Heard. So then no one will believe them. So that's why a lot of this is so sad, because this could have, if in fact she did get ahead of herself, over her head, she was reacting on, emotions, her, being upset with Johnny, whatever reason. And then she gets in this circle, and Hollywood doesn't help it. Doesn't help it at all. Because here's the thing. If you look at the ACLU stuff and you look at the stuff with the op-ed, to be their spokesperson, while your movie's coming out, to get more press, and they tell you, be in the press, be out there, no matter what. No press is bad press. Haters make you famous. Like all these horrible things. No one should want to get famous based on being hated. That's weird. It's not healthy for anyone. But that's what Hollywood sends. So they're sending this woman who already wants to be famous so badly, wants to have this career so badly. They're already, now encouraging her to kind of keep this up. And for whatever reason, why she started in the first place, thank you, Katie, for the super chat. Great stream. Keep it going. I love you. I love you. Okay. So a lot of Amber Heard's behavior in this for sure seems calculated. It just does. Like there's just so much about it. Just looking at it again, I do want to hear from her. I do want to hear more of this. It just seems this doesn't feel right. I always go with the old Judge Judy saying, if it doesn't make sense, it's probably not true. And a lot of this shit don't make sense. But I struggle as a woman who wants to support other women and support other men and other people who are in situations like this I do still have empathy for this woman. And I do wish it's that one recording. Every time they play it, I'm just like, oh, if she just could have let it go and just admitted, if that's the case, I took this too far. I got wrapped up. It was write the article, the movie's coming out. I'm now going to be the face for women and domestic violence. I'm now going to speak at these things. But the question can be asked then, did she even have the cognition at the time to realize? And I'm not saying she's going to have like a mental ill plea or something, but was it something where, she wasn't properly treating her, whatever her mental health diagnosis ends up being, since we've heard a bunch. And then with alcohol and drugs and toxic relationship, it's a mess. It's a mess. Katie says there's so many inconsistencies in her story, though. I agree with you. It is. It's like you bang your head trying to make sense out of it. Let me see what you guys have to say. Uncle Elmer says, it seemed to me that she wanted Johnny to be something he wasn't. Listening to her constantly talk about her problems, Johnny wants to have fun and enjoy life. They were not on the same page. No, this was a relationship that they never should have got together. I mean, Johnny Depp, him and Vanessa, they made 2 beautiful kids together. They seem to have a pretty sweet life, living, the sweet life of Zach and Cody out in Paris. And then he meets this young, actress, this young, beautiful actress. And then he just jumps. And then she jumps. And then she's got a history of DV. And it's a mess. It's such a mess. And their age gap is way too much. And then all they do is use each other's insecurities against each other. You're fat. You're old. You're a see you next Tuesday. You're a loser. You make bad movies. Well, you've never even made a good movie. It's so childish and ridiculous. So I don't know, not to get to, it was very upsetting today, Virginia. I think that's why, I love comedy, but it's always, tragedy plus time equals comedy. But that it was very disturbing because those are real stories that people go through, that really happens to people. Too many people. And if this isn't the truth, it's very bad for the overall movement of finally hearing victims and finally listening and finally having Hollywood check themselves before they wreck themselves, and not just because what we're hearing, we heard the same thing from, Richard Marx, who discovered Hollywood in, 1900. He said it used to be, we can deal with the druggies and the divas. We can do this, that, and the other thing because they're making money. And that's always been an issue for Hollywood. And that's always been an issue for any corporation or any place. The people that are higher up and the people that bring the money and the bosses and things, you're afraid to speak up. You're afraid to, advocate for yourself, for losing your job. There's people who probably see stuff every day and they're afraid to say something. And I understand that because it's scary and you could lose everything. And it seems the people with the most power and the most money get away with the worst shit. And the laws are different for them. So I just don't want this to go backwards. But I'm also giving her a lot of credit. But I do know that there are some cuckoo bananas people who will take this and run with it and say every woman is this. So Carly says, not me eating Taco Bell and watch Joleen. Great Tuesday night. Thank you. Thank you. Ella says they're a bad combo. Johnny never had any accusations from all his other relationships. It's a horrible combo. All right, let's get back to this dude. So her PR dude is back there, allegedly, with the Court TV gal. What is the story there? I'm going to have to do a little digging into him, but I'm sure, what can I find out? I couldn't even find a witness list, but you never know. I can be an Instagram stalker if I want to. So then the camera was zooming in on these two, Court TV and allegedly Amber Heard's new publicist. well, what in the freaking frack is going on? And then the cops are coming over like, hey, Amber wants you to know this, or maybe he wanted to deliver a message. Some people were saying maybe he was on his phone or did something in the courtroom that they didn't like. Because he does look a little like, okay, you talking to me? Fine. Okay. I guess I can't just let one fly. I guess I got to hold my farts. Sorry. You know, maybe he just passed a little gas. This is the grumpy trial. And then this girl, you know, she's just like, excuse me, I don't know who you are. And he's like, I am a very powerful publicist in the city of angels. I can get you out of almost everything. So we'll see what this PR company can do and this man can do for Amber Heard, because he has a big job ahead of him. It's a big job. It is a very big job. And I don't know. I don't know if this can be recovered, but it was a sad day for the love connection. There just was, you know, I do feel that not Chewy here. Was it this one where, okay, let me just go back a little bit. I think he might be in love with he might have a little crush on the desk, on the judge's desk. Because if you see him, okay, I got to pull this away. Watch his bum. He's doing a lot of thrust toward the desk. I don't know what that's about. Okay. You see it? Okay. He did a couple more before. He did it again. I was watching him thrust a lot at the desk. I don't know if that's some kind of claim in his judicial territory or what, but it was some thrusting. Maybe earlier did I get some more thrusting? But you know what? Maybe he likes his job so much. It just, was this a thruster? Little thrusty. Okay, we didn't see a thrust yet, Joleen. This is earlier in the video. And Elaine's like, what's going on? What's happening? Huh? Has anyone ever told you you're both assholes? Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again. Okay. Thrust. Okay. Oh, he does it again. He's thrusting. I think he's got a little crush. He's got a little crush on the vent. You know what I mean? Some people, he might go home and just think about that inanimate object and the power that it wields. And one day he wants to sit up there. But right now it's Peggy Patty. What's the judge's name? I got to look up the name. I'm going to make myself a sheet. You know what I mean? Long overdue. Judge Johnny Depp trial. I think it's Peggy. I think it's Peggy Patty. I think it's Peppermint Patty. All right. What's her name? All right. Name of judge or Judge Alito? No. No, Penny. It's Penny. And Penny's about to get pissed. She's about to get pissed. Okay, we need to Judge Judy. Judge Judy and Judge Penny double up. This is a Hollywood case. I feel bad for Penny. She's like, I do normal stuff. And this is Hollywood. We needed Judy. I'm the boss, applesauce. We needed that. Judy will check people. If you talk, shut up. They don't keep me up here because I'm beautiful. They keep me up here because I'm smart. We need Judy. Someone call Judy. Okay, someone call her. So let's see if we have anything else. So that we finished up the day with not Dr. Curry, Dr. Hughes. We had a little bit of testimony for forensic stuff. Yesterday, we heard from Richard Marks. We heard from a nurse today. Yesterday, we heard from an agent that Elaine just tried to tear apart and take away his birthday. Yeah, and tomorrow we have the cross. We have a cross examination by Johnny Depp's team. Ben Chu, Camille, the junior associates in the back, the guy that thrusts at the desk. They're all going to be asking this Danielle Steele of a psychologist. She's given me, she's going to write. I think we all do something on the side. Okay. If you have a corporate job, if you have a business job type thing, office job, everyone in that place does something weird that you don't know. Not necessarily illegal weird, but they're doing stuff, you know? One's like, I really want to be an actor. And you're like, Okay, Tom. You can barely speak at the meeting, but cool. And some people are like, I want to, climb this mountain. Some people are like, I want to teach yoga to goats. Yeah, you know how they do goat yoga? Well, I want to teach the goats yoga. It's their time to shine. It's their time. Some people, I want to be a chef. I watch a lot of Top Chef. I want to be a chef. They all have dream. Everyone's got this dream in their head. So there we go. Dr. Yes, we got so many Dr. Yeah, not Dr. Curry. That's her new name. Not Dr. Curry. And Penny the Judge. We need Judge Judy. But the cross is going to be fire. I'll be back tomorrow night to cover everything. I'm so excited that you guys joined in. I wanted to keep it a little shorter, but I just had too much fun with you guys. I had too much fun and I missed you from yesterday. And thank you so much for all the comments. If you guys could comment after this video post, that's amazing. I think we're almost up to 23,000 subscribers. So that is fantastic. Thank you so much. Keep subscribing. Comment after the video post. Thank you for the super chats. Follow me on the social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, at Joleen Lunzer. I'm putting out content there all the time. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. Michael caught the end, but still, you can always go back and rewatch. And when you comment, once it posts, let me know all your thoughts. Nobody's wrong. We're all looking at this with our own eyes. Some people are team something. I'm team, don't get in a toxic relationship and don't do drugs. Not everyone's meant for drugs. Some people can drug it up. Okay, if you're Bill Hicks and you are a genius comedian and you can go do shrooms and come up with even more genius material and then pass away, but that was, I think cancer. God, what a bummer, Joleen. Way to bring the room down. R.I.P. Bill Hicks. But some people can do that shit. Other people can't. These two, they can't do drugs. Amber, you're not good at it. Johnny, you're not good. It's time to give it up. Johnny, you're 60. Amber, you're a mother. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but you're 30 something. It's time to give it up. You should be wearing Lululemons, both of you, because you're Hollywood, and drinking some kind of herbal tea. If you want to have a little bit of the ganja, the green, the sticky icky, be my guest, okay? Because like my dad always said, nobody stabbed anyone on the sticky icky. He watched a lot of cops, and he told me as a kid, don't drink. But if you want to do weed, you can do a little weed. Because people don't beat each other up on weed. All right. Unless there's some kind of like angel dust weed I don't know about. But I went right into alcohol and was like, I want to beat people up. So thank you guys so much. I'm glad you enjoyed my outfit and have a wonderful night. Remember to protect your energy and also remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. See you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you to my mods.
If you like what you see